inception of Mo Jazz 9 years ago, Mary Jane, along with brilliant musical director and musician Dr. Chris Backridges, have brought some of the most incredible musicians from all over the world, including Rome, Sweden, Russia, and of course, right here from the United States. They've had Chichi Santucci, Sandra Wright, and Billy Arnold, just to name a few. Tonight, it's Grammy-nominated Reese Project. Congratulations on your Grammy nomination. How did it feel to get that?
It was great. It was in 2000, but it was still great because it really it gives you a vindication of exactly what your value is as a writer and the importance of new music, because it was for jazz composition. So it was new music. It was all original music that I wrote for the album. And it was great. It was a nomination, and it hasn't really benefited me in any way career-wise, but it's important from a writer-composer standpoint that I got it, because it justifies my work.
Sure.
There's a lot of people who deserve them too that didn't have the opportunity. Radio was very kind to me. We were #1 in 13 states for about 4 months in the fall of 2000.
Well, let's talk about the album Blue Etudes. Who came together to create that?
Well, I wrote all the music, and I had Bobby Brewer on the record. I had my brother, a brilliant piano player named Kirk Reese, Glenn Farrakhan, a drummer from Philadelphia, Paul Kleinfelder, a bass player from Philadelphia, and Johnny DeFrancesco, who's Joey DeFrancesco's brother. He played guitar on the album. And what I did essentially is got funding to hire really good studio musicians. And then Laurie was on it, of course, my brother, and Bob. I paid all them. I didn't pay my wife, but I paid my brother and I paid Bob to play on the album because I had the funding for it. Right. And just hired the best guys and wrote some good tunes and had some good luck.
Speaking of tunes, where did you come up with the name Loose Goose Blues?
Well, I wrote it as a dedication to my goose, Sybil, whom I had back in the late 70s, early 80s. And we had to catch her just about every day because she'd run around in the yard, and she didn't really adhere to boundaries. So she would go into the other neighbor's yard and chase their dog around and torment their kids. And it just seemed like a really neat title, and it's a very kind of a bebop. That just gave me the feeling of chasing Sybil the goose around. That's where the inspiration came for it.
Great. And last but not least, how did you come up with the name Reese Project?
Oh, we were originally, the band had my brother Kirk Reese in it, so we were called the Reese Brothers in the 80s. And we added Laurie on cello, and we still called it the Reese Brothers. But when Laurie and I became married, she said she's not a brother, and so we struggled for a name for over a year and finally came up with the Reese Project.